Esther was a little nervous heading out here without Jerry. Seemed weird to her. So Barbara and Esther went to the airport together, and Esther was feeling fine because it was fun to be out and about, and people were nice everywhere. And then Barbara completely entertained Esther accidentally, and they were laughing so hard that the woman behind the counter who was getting their boarding passes ready began playing with them too. And then the woman recognized Esther's name and had a nervous breakdown right before Esther. It was quite a fun thing to see in San Antonio, since there are only 2 people there that know her. And then Esther said to Barbara, this is evidence of how well we're doing. In other words, I'll take that as evidence of how well we're doing. So then they went down to their gate, and there were no seats, people standing everywhere. And the flight attendant had said to them, or the gate agent who was giving them the boarding passes, I've had the most horrible morning with all these flight cancellations going into Atlanta. But your plane is on time, she said to them. And now that I've met you, my day has turned. And Esther said, well, I think we did that for each other. So then Barbara and Esther went down to the gate, and there were people standing everywhere. And 3 flights on the board before their flight. And their flight was to board in about 15 minutes. And so Esther surmised that this flight and this flight and this flight and this flight were going to have to go first. And she was wondering what that meant for their connection. But they were just playing, and then they noticed that there were some policemen gathering. So Esther is standing next to some people against the wall, and she said, I wonder why the policemen are here. And the man said, because there are 3 flights that should go before this next flight, but for some reason, they're sending that flight out on time and making the rest of us wait. And the policemen are here to quell the riot. And Esther said, this is a very good sign. In other words, feedback coming to you all the time. Feedback coming to you all the time, indicating where you're at. Now, we're not asking you to try to control anything. We're just asking you to notice the feedback, notice the feedback, notice the feedback, notice the feedback. And if the feedback isn't pleasing, do vortex work. If the feedback isn't pleasing, do vortex work until you show yourself that by doing the vortex work, you can control the feedback. You can control the manifestation no matter what, every single time, no exceptions. There is nothing outside of that. Nothing, 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 ever. We've used up all your time.
Well, the women are here now.
From our point of view, you are all the same. It's all about energy, not about gender.
True.